Hi, welcome to learnhowtogarden.com. I'm often asked, what's the difference between no-dig, raised beds, lasagna gardening? So today, in a quick film, I've decided to show you our experimental beds that explain it all. If you're not subscribed to me at Learn How to Garden, there's a link above me right now. Click that link and pop in an email address. We can let you know every single time we put up a new film. It gives you access to our archive on the blog, which has about 300 films, which will show you how to grow all sorts of fruit, vegetables and flowers. It also means you can see what the Gardening Club is all about, which has 1,500 films that aren't available anywhere else. And it also shows you the very specialist in-depth courses that we run at Learn How to Garden. No-dig gardening. No-dig is something I've been aware about all my life. One of my grandfathers used to use no-dig quite a lot. First appeared in the Great Northern Show in about 1948. It's been used in Australia extensively, and it's gaining more and more momentum. And I've used it over the years and it works fantastically for some things, other things not so well. So, no dig, what's it all about? Well, obviously it means that you're not going to dig the soil once it's prepared. And there are two methods of doing that. What we're looking at in front of us is the most simple no-dig bed. That's just taking some compost or some green waste, placing it on the ground and planting directly into it. Another way you could think about this is sheet composting. You're taking a sheet of compost, composting it onto the ground. This bed was put down about 4 months ago and it was planted with exactly the same vegetables as the two beds on either side. It's suffered far more damage from slugs and snails, and it's had far worse germination, and it's got far weedier because weeds can grow up from the bottom, especially perennial weeds. Very similar to no-dig, but much more technical, is a lasagna bed, which is on the right here. Now, a lasagna bed is what it sounds like. It's layers. You create it in the same way as a no-dig bed, but you start with layers. Simple way to think about it is that a no-dig bed is a car with 4 wheels. A lasagna bed is whatever you want it to be. If you want a 4-wheel drive, then we can make sure the layers would work for 4-wheel drive. If you want a really fast car, then you'd make sure it was really fast. What we mean by that is we can make it suitable for the crops that are growing in it. If we want to grow really rich brassicas, fantastic brassicas, then we need it slightly more alkaline than if we want to grow something like potatoes, but that's at a specialist level. At the most simple level, you get more nutrients, you get more ability to store water quicker. And as you can see from what's growing in here, the beetroot are healthier and bigger, the actual kohlrabi are far healthier. All the cabbage survived, whereas 2/3 of the ones here didn't, and the potatoes look absolutely fantastic. And if we dig around in here, we can see that the potatoes are growing brilliantly well. What you've got here is dog attack marks from the little dog that you just saw in the film digging the potatoes up. On the left is very similar to the lasagna bed. This is the control bed. This is a raised bed, exactly the same height as the no-dig. It's double dug, it has well-rotted compost put into the second spit and then worked into the top. So this is a raised bed. And if you look at the raised bed on the left and the lasagna bed on the right, they look very similar. And in my experience, you get very similar yields and you get very similar tastes. The important thing is it's all about the taste. So if you're gardening on a garden scale, if you want to grow fantastic tasting veg in your garden, go to the effort of creating either a lasagna bed or a no-dig bed. You can use sheet composting or just putting compost on the ground. That's great if you're a small-time market gardener or you're growing on a commercial scale when the amount of compost you've got is limited. But you'll get more problems and you won't get such great results. For more information, remember, click on that subscribe button, read the blog over at learnhowtogarden.com.